And today we're going to be talking about the TIG Fox 300 watt portable power station. That's right, this is power on the go for hunting, hiking, camping, fishing, outdoor activities, parties, pool parties, times at the beach, just any time that you might need extra power for your iPad, your phone, your laptops, just your electric devices in general, including drones and cameras, action cameras and such. Let's open it up, take a much closer look at it. We're going to go over some of the specs and details, and we're going to see how well it works. Let's do it. Alrighty, this thing is super well packed in a nice big chunk of foam. We're going to pull this out, and the first thing you're going to be greeted with is the user manual itself, and then the power station is just going to lift straight out. And I can already tell that this is an aluminum metal handle. And then we have the mystery box. How cool is that? You know I love accessories and mystery boxes. Let's open this up first, see what all accessories we get with the power station. And just like that, you have your wall charger. You have a car charger. That's right, you can charge this up as you're cruising down the road to your destination, campsite, traveling across the country in your RV, just charge it on the road. This is your power cord for your power block right here. And you're also going to have an adapter that you can plug into the power station so you can plug in cigarette lighter type chargers, just like so, and charge and run those devices. And here it is right here, the 300 watt TIG Fox power station. How cool is this thing right here? All right, you can see that you have a nice LCD display that shows your battery capacity. It's also going to show how you're charging and from what port you are charging. You have a nice big on-off button. You have an LED on-off. That's right, there is a built-in light on top. And you also have a flashlight on the back as well. You have not one, not two, but 3 USBs, and you have a USB-C. You have your charge input, you have your DC 12 volt output, and you have your car charge. This is where you would plug up if you were charging from your car. Now if we spin this device around, you're going to see you have 2 cooling vents with fans on the side to keep this thing running nice and cool. And let me turn this light off. And you're going to have a 110 outlet. That's right. You can plug up devices in this as long as they don't exceed 300 watts and run lights, lamps, small appliances, and so on and so forth. And this is your on button and off button to turn the AC power off and on. And then you have another vent on this side that keeps the air flowing through the device to keep it nice and cool. Now back to the front, you can see that you have your USB 1 and USB 2, and this is just for your basic charging needs for your cell phones, tablets, and so on and so forth. USB 3 is a fast smart charger. If your device can handle more than what a typical USB puts out, then you can charge it on 3 to get that quick charge. And then you also have the USB-C port, which is also can be used for quick charging as well. Now your DC 12 volt output has a maximum output current of 10 amps, and the car charger and the solar charger can take a maximum of 18 volts. So you should be charging this from 12 to 18 volts. And here you can see a whole array of products that are hooked up and charging as well. But you can see we have several devices plugged in. We have the USB charging camera batteries. We have the USB-C charging an iPad, and we have the AC out, which is connected to our little hand blender in case you're out in the wilderness and you need to make a specialty drink. So how cool is that? And then of course when you plug up the charger, you can see that the AC charge comes on and the AC out goes off. You cannot have this plugged into the wall and use the AC out, but if you're in a place where you can charge this, you don't need this anyway. So very cool little device. And now we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the specifications and give you the numbers that you're dying to ask and what you want to know about this power station. It has an It has an 8800 mAh battery, which is 325.6 watt hours of power. It only weighs 8.6 pounds, so not very heavy, very portable, something you can take in nature with you, hunting, camping, fishing, even hiking if you choose. The charger is a 16 volt charger. The car charger is a 12 volt 8 amp max. When you solar charge this, you can go up to 18 volts. And the AC output is a 300 watt max continuous and a 500 watt peak. Now these power stations like this, as I mentioned, are great for recreation. But what else can you do with these? Well, what I personally use power stations for is I use them to back up my computers. That way, if the power fails and goes off, this is already plugged in, ready to go, keeps my computers running. Also, in the situation of natural disaster, I live in a hurricane region. I know what it's like not to have power for a full month. Something like this would have been golden to be able to charge your cell phone and to power small devices, fans, or whatever to keep you cool at night, because it gets hot when there's no power during hurricane season. And if you don't have a cell phone or a radio or some way to reach out to the world, you're just sitting there waiting and wondering what's happening and what's going on. Is help coming? Is help not coming? I think power stations like this are an absolute necessity. This is a great little compact one. It's got everything that you need. And in case you're wondering, well, how much can I really charge with this? So I told you that this has an 8800 mAh battery and has 325.6 watt hours. Well, you may be asking yourself, okay, that's all fine and good, but what does that translate to? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. If you have a drone with a 60 watt hour battery, you can charge it 6 times. If you have a DSLR camera, you can charge it about 21 times. If you have a small car refrigerator, you can run it for 5 hours. If you have a 50 watt fan, 5 hours. If you have a MacBook Air, you can charge it 6 times from 0 to full. If you have your iPhone, you can charge your iPhone 30 times. If you have a 20 watt table lamp, well, guess what? You're going to have light for 15 hours off of this. If you have a Wi-Fi that you're trying to run, you can run a Wi-Fi router for 30 hours off of this little compact 8-pound box. As I said before, a very great device to have in your possession. You can use it as a battery backup. You can use it in emergency situations. You can use it for recreation. We also use them for when we go to parades for Mardi Gras and things like that. So it's just very nice to have. And if you're the guy with the power and people need power to charge their devices, well, all of a sudden you're also the hero as well. And everybody wants to be your friend. I hope this video helps, and thanks for watching.